YouTube, I'm Lindsay and welcome to our chicken coops. Come on in. So this chicken coop is actually part of our barn. We dedicated a third of our barn space just towards this coop. I really like this space because we have high ceilings and there's a lot of floor space. So the floors are actually made out of plywood and the ceilings are also made out of plywood. Here we have their little step ladder for the chickens to get up onto their roost. Over here we have another ladder that the chickens can get up onto their roost. Down here we have our nesting boxes. You can see there's already some eggs in there. The most common question I get about this chicken coop is what is underneath the roost. So actually my husband had this brilliant idea to put this tray under the roost where the chickens sleep at night because they always poop directly underneath them. We take this kitty litter scoop and what's on here is sweet PDZ, which is like a stall dry. And what we do is we scoop underneath and sift out the chicken poop and then we'll put it in a bucket and straight to the compost. So the last thing I want to talk about in here is airflow. So you can see we have a lot of space up here. We also have space on the other side where there's a lot of air coming in. It is lined with hardware cloth. That way we don't have bobcats, raccoons, any kind of predator getting into our chicken coop at night. Okay, so now that I've talked about this coop a little bit, let's go to our original coop, which is right outside. So this is our original chicken coop. It can hold about 8 chickens, and when we first started farming, this is all we really needed. Let me show you inside. Now here we put a little clip on the door so it keeps out predators. Inside this coop, we also have a roost with a tray underneath with sweet PDZ, and it just makes for really easy cleanup. The flooring of this coop just has pine shavings, and during the winter we use what's called the deep litter method, where we basically just put more pine shavings on top every week, and then during the summer we'll completely gut and clean out the entire coop every other week. In both coops, I always keep a mask, so whenever I need to clean, I'm ready to go. So on the side here is their nesting boxes. So we actually put up some shingles for roofing here. That way water doesn't pool on top and it can just slide right off. We have a nice little clip here, and then it just folds out where we can pull out their nesting boxes and collect eggs. Now I'll just clip it back up. There you have it. Now I want to show you inside of our run. So in here you can see it's like a really big, nice open space, a lot of room for all of the chickens. This is the original coop right here. You can see this is where the chickens come out in the morning and then where they go in and roost at night. The side panel of our barn, and so this is where the chickens come out and in the morning and then go back in at night. If you look up here, it's really nice because we've got this corrugated ceiling, and then my husband put in some skylights so the chickens would have a little bit more lighting while they were in here. Now they do free range for half the day, so half the day they're inside this run, and then when we get home from work they are out free ranging around the property for the rest of the day. We tried to make it organic as possible, so really natural, nice wood that we just found laying around our property, and so they roost on here during the day. Over here you can see another little roost that we put in for them. Something else I wanted to show you was our gutter system. So you can see up here we have the shingled roof, and it is at a slant. So we actually ended up installing this gutter so when it rains, the water can just come down, and instead of landing inside of the run, it'll go inside the gutter, and then eventually, hopefully we'll end up putting a rain barrel out here so we can collect all the rainwater that comes down. So on the front of this coop, we also have 2 windows that you can open or close, and so we usually close them during the winter time, just to keep the cold air out, and then during the summer we'll open them up and let airflow come back in. Right now, since it's nice out, we're just keeping them open. Thanks for coming to see both of our chicken coops and our run. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe below.